Another major story today, an independent panel appointed by the Pentagon released its report today on the abuse scandal at the Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq. The panel, led by former Defense Secretary James Schlesinger, said there was widespread chaos at the prison. And the panel was very specific about who is to blame. ABC's Martha Raddick.
The independent panel said response at Abu Ghraib reached the highest levels of the Pentagon.
We believe that there is institutional and personal responsibility right up the chain of command as far as Washington is concerned.
The Pentagon failed to properly adapt to the situation on the ground and to provide sufficient number of adequately organized and trained personnel needed to conduct detention operations in Iraq.
The panel even cited poor post-war planning by the civilian and military leadership as a contributor to the abuse, singling out Joint Chiefs Chairman Richard Myers and then Commander Tommy Franks.
The Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Commander of U.S. Central Command failed to develop a war plan to include effective alternatives to post-major combat operations.
The panel placed most of the blame for the abuse on the military, including Lieutenant General Ricardo Sanchez, who was the U.S. commander in Iraq at the time. The panel said Sanchez created a command structure that resembled a labyrinth of confusion.
That confusion and lack of leadership exercised by the top commander set a poor example for subordinates to follow.
The panel found that weak and ineffectual leadership by Brigadier General Janis Karpinski, who headed the Military Police Brigade, and Colonel Thomas Pappas, head of the Military Intelligence Brigade, allowed the abuses at Abu Ghraib. But the panel said none of the horrendous abuse in the now famous photograph was sanctioned by official policy.
There was sadism on the night shift at Abu Ghraib. Sadism that was certainly not authorized. It was kind of Animal House on the night shift.
Donald Rumsfeld was spared any harsh criticism, Charlie, in this report. Tomorrow, another report, an Army report, and several new individuals are expected to be named who are believed responsible for the abuse.
Martha Raddick, thanks very much.